back to the channel. Today I was at work doing things that I probably shouldn't have been doing. But one of those things was wondering, what do you get when you combine affordability, small size, fun, and pretty much everything else in the book? Well, I've got an answer for you. It's called the Grom.
Hey guys, I'm Tyler. I ride a 2018 Honda Grom. This is the ABS model as well. So I got this actually on Black Friday. I got it because the affordability factor. This is my second Honda Grom as well. I have 2017. And basically this is probably one of the favorite bikes I've ever ridden. One of my favorites anyway. Along with like KTMs and BMWs, Ducatis, this is oddly my favorite, even though it's the smallest. Okay, so this is my second Honda Grom. My first bike was Grom. This is my second. My first one basically had most of the same accessories, bar and mirrors, fender eliminator. This one I have a TST integrated taillight. I have a Yoshi exhaust, and I have axle sliders as well, and then tank grips. But yeah, this is my second one. They were both almost exactly the same, and this one does have ABS, like I said. So this is probably my favorite bike ever. So I really like the affordability. It's really light, really nimble, super agile, especially for new riders. It can be intimidating to go to like a 650 or a 700. The very first bike I rode was an 883 iron. After my MSF course, I rode an iron. It was a big bike. It's not super comfortable. And then after that, I rode Ducatis, BMWs, KTMs, a bunch of other different types of bikes. And I found this to be the most comfortable. There was no hesitation in purchasing either Grom. It's very low to the ground. So if you're a new rider and you're hesitant about getting a tall bike, it's a great option. I can flat foot this bike. It's 225 pounds soaking wet. Once you drop the catalytic converter off, it frees up about 5 pounds, 10 pounds, something like that. So it's very light, very easy to maneuver. If you screw up, the bike's gonna let you know, and it's not gonna be catastrophic. So if you're on a big bike like an S1000 or a Ninja 650, the bike's gonna give you feedback, and that feedback can literally mean you're going down. This bike, it's light enough where if you screw up, it's gonna let you know, but ultimately you can correct that mistake that you made. So if you turn into a corner a little bit too much, you can easily muscle the bike back up without laying it down. And that's another reason why I really like the Grom, is the maneuverability of it. You can take corners doing 30 miles an hour, and it can be a really sharp corner, and you're not gonna have any issues with it. Like when we rode up this little path, me and Kyle, I literally could do that without even thinking. It's very easy to become a really good rider on something like a Grom, because all those mistakes you can correct yourself while you're making them, and you can learn while you're making those mistakes. So it's a great option for a beginner rider. Being the first bike that I've owned as well, I wanted something affordable, something good on gas, good on insurance, and where I can keep my payments really low. So I think I paid like $100. That's how much I pay on it. And then in terms of gas, I get 110 miles a gallon, so I pay maybe $3 a week. And then my insurance for the whole year was 150 bucks. So probably a little over 10 bucks a month for insurance. So super affordable, really easy on gas, really fun to ride, and it'll make you a really good rider in the end. And it's not very intimidating, so, and very customizable. Okay, so here's a few things that I don't like about this bike. Number one, the wheels are really tiny. It helps you keep the bike small, and it helps you keep the bike low to the ground. However, when you get up to speeds, like when you're at 50, 60 miles an hour, you start getting the death wobbles a little bit, especially in the front end. The tires are too small to get up to high speeds and really feel comfortable at it. You can do it, and once you get used to the bike, you'll find that sweet spot that you're looking for. Another thing I don't like about it is you can't really go that fast. It's not a fast bike, and it's not intended to be. But if you're looking for something that'll go on the highway or even take off the line really quickly, this may not be the bike for you. Especially if you ride with a group of riders that have bigger bikes, you're probably not going to keep up with other bikes. So if you're looking to ride with a bunch of buddies that don't have Groms or don't have Zs, it might not be the right fit for you. That's one thing I found is when I do ride with people that have bigger bikes, such as Kyle, where he has a C1000, there's no way I'm keeping up on this. I would need a bigger bike to really ride and keep up with some of my friends. Another thing that I really am not a huge fan of is the braking system. So you have one piston brakes in the front, one piston brakes in the back. The brakes seem really soft. Even on the ABS model, if you grab a handful of those brakes, there's not much feedback. There's not much stopping power for this little bike. A lot of people with steel brake lines, they swap out the calipers. If you ever watch any stunters, they'll put another caliper on the back and have a handbrake up front. So it's just little things like that. Also, one big thing that I guess it's just me griping is the shape of the tanks. So on the 2017 and 2018 model, they changed the shape of the tank and how it contours. So your knee doesn't actually fit, unless you're like 6 foot, your knee doesn't fit flush into this groove. My knee falls somewhere in the middle. So it just makes it a little awkward, especially taking sharp turns where you're really wanting to lean into the bike and you really want to hug your tank. It just makes it a little awkward.
Alrighty guys, well I want to thank Tyler so much for coming out and showing me this awesome little Grom, which he named Aladdin, which I find absolutely hilarious. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and steal this thing from him for a second and go have a bit of fun. So thank you very much for watching. As always, like, subscribe, share, bring your stuff out here for us to show to the world, and we will see you next time. Bye, Felicia. I am getting so wet right now.
That's what she said.